Hi guys. So last night, well actually this morning before I woke up, I was having a dream, and in this dream, let's see, I was watching three people sitting at a table, and a lot of it was fuzzy, but I knew that Jesus was sitting at the table, and one man was a Jew, and the other man, I'm guessing, was a Palestinian. One was an Israelite, one was a Palestinian, is what I want to say. But because there was a lot of thought process going through my head as I was watching them talk. Jesus wasn't talking, but the other two were. And there were negotiations going on, like plans being made. I wish I could remember some of the conversation, but right before I woke up, I remember thinking, and I actually said this, my husband's like, what? Because I woke him up. But I woke up saying, they're going to bomb Israel. They are going to bomb Israel. And it's like I had this feeling like I felt sad because I knew that the Jew didn't know Jesus. And I didn't tell you guys, but like a few weeks ago, I was laying in bed and I was awake, and this song started blaring in my head. And and I knew it wasn't me, you guys. There's nowhere I've ever heard this song for like 20 years, longer, 25 years, but it was that song, I Will Not Go Quietly, by Henley, who used to be part of the Eagles, which is weird, but get it? The Eagles, the eagle, we're the eagle. And so the song, go look up the lyrics to the song. I had to actually download it to actually hear it play, but my mom used to listen to Don Henley, but it's I Will Not Go Quietly. And in the song he says, I'm going to tear it up, I'm going to smash it up, I'm going to round it up, I'm going to shake it up. I will not go quietly. And there's parts in it that talks about mighty men with feet of clay, or armies with feet of clay, and mighty ships that sprung a leak. And the verse says, I want you to tell me, just what do you believe in now? And he says, I'm not no tiger, ain't no little lamb, just tell me, who do you think I am? But I was completely blown away when I read the lyrics of this song, and I knew Jesus is about to tear stuff up around here, to get his message across that he's not messing around anymore. He's not the lamb anymore. He died on the cross as the lamb, but he's coming back the lion. And if you have not given your life to Christ, don't wait one more second, because things are about to hit the fan. The tribulation is about to begin. And so when I woke up this morning, I was just thinking about it for like 10 minutes. And so I turned on YouTube, and Hamas did launch rockets into Israel today. And it took out like a school, kindergarten school, and something else. And the protests are crazy right now. So here's a clip of it. Israel News.
Bombshell recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital, and his plan to relocate the United States Embassy to Jerusalem. Riots in the Palestinian West Bank have carried through the weekend, resulting in violent clashes with Israeli soldiers. At this time, 2 Palestinians have been confirmed killed, and anywhere from hundreds to thousands of Palestinians are also believed to be injured. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas has made his government's position very clear by pulling all Palestinian officials out of Washington, D.C. and canceling an upcoming meeting with United States Vice President Pence. Abbas's Fatah party is urging all protests against the Jerusalem announcement to continue as well. Israel has deployed a new wave of troops to the area in an effort to keep the situation under control, though at this time, no restrictions have been placed on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, nor on Muslim prayer at the Al-Aqsa Mosque. This may be one reason why the riots did somewhat weaken as the weekend went on. Though with protests erupting worldwide, clearly the wounds are still very fresh. Roughly 10,000 Israelis gathered in Tel Aviv last night for yet another rallying cry against corruption in the government. The protest is part of weekly anti-corruption demonstrations that have been going on for months, beginning in Petah Tikva near Attorney General Avichai Mandelblatt's house, but now moving through the busy streets of Tel Aviv. The alleged crimes that moved the protesters to gather include several cases of graft, bribery, and more against Prime Minister Netanyahu. But the march has since turned its eyes on Netanyahu's wife Sarah and the Likud government as a whole, calling for charges against Sarah for misuse of public funds and corruption, and against Likud MK and coalition whip David Bitan for even more widespread corruption. Bitan is expected today to face his third police interrogation with respect to his case, in which he allegedly received bribes, committed fraud, money laundering, threat of violence against Israel, and the rockets to back it up. Multiple rockets have been fired from the strip into Israel, one of which landed in a kindergarten in the Israeli town of Sderot. Though the building sustained damage, there was no one inside at the time, so there have been no injuries reported. The Israeli army has launched a swift counterattack in return, bombing 4 Hamas facilities in the Gaza Strip, 2 weapons plants, a weapons warehouse, and a military compound. 2 Hamas militants have been killed in those blasts, and meanwhile, the Israeli army has just destroyed a Hamas terror tunnel extending from Gaza deep into Israeli territory. IDF officials believe this was an especially substantial project for the terror group,